No, no, but the thing is, you should know that it didn't come across like that. Excuse
Might not mean to, but it does come across like that. Wouldn't you agree, Tel?
Yeah, I would say it does.
me.
Yeah.
Give me a second, guys. Looking at that.
Even if you did think it never came across like that, it will come across like that on the YouTube. Whoever's watching
Yeah.
YouTube. Like that's probably another reason why no one ever wants to fucking.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like, this is what I mean. People don't like. They don't like motivation. They just want to stay in their box. And my whole objective is to break barriers and saying that, look, do what you do. That's fine. But it's nice to kind of say that. It's nice to have like more to life than just this. Like just one certain view of.
Yeah, but if people don't want to do that, that's down to them, isn't it? It's like, say, I want to stay in my box. I'm happy in my box. I don't see a problem with it, or Terry, or whoever. Then that shouldn't be an issue. Like, I'd never try and tell you what to do.
I was just saying it as an insight to say that, you know, like for instance, when you were about the prank thing that you lot did, that was really funny. But when I was saying like you lot should make something out of that, I was just saying that would be cool if that went viral or you was able to make something of that. Like that's what I mean. Instead of it just being like something just dismissed, because I think you lot have something to share, and that's what I was basically trying to say. I was saying in a way that you've got a talent, why not do something with it? You know what I'm trying to say? That's all I was saying. I wasn't trying to say that you've got to do that or that's in any way that something that's hinged for you to do it. It was just a kind of heads up to say like, you lot did that. I would have, you know, it would be nice to maybe make a video about it or, you know, do something good with it, if that makes sense. That's why I always like to stream and I like to put my videos out, because I like to share my information with the online world. And like Terry's saying, I may not fucking get people that will agree, but at the end of the day, that's up to them. But I know very well that I'm coming from the heart, and that's.
Yeah, but just because someone doesn't agree, you shouldn't shut them down or fucking, you know, fucking.
Yeah, I think there's a disconnect here between your intent and the way it's coming across.
Yeah. I didn't shut him down, Terry. I didn't shut you down, mate. That wasn't what I was doing. All I was doing was I was trying to like put you guys in the light, but it sounded negative, but it's not. It was just a way of saying this. Why do I feel pushed away? Like, I can understand maybe fine, if you disagree with me, that's cool. I won't mention it again. But that was all that exposed video was. It was just a way of interacting with you guys. Because I know that you didn't chat with me at the party. So that was what that was.
Yeah, but expose. The word exposing is a negative, it's got a negative connotation to it. It's like, say you watch a video,
there's more connotations, I think, to expose than just one connotation. I think there is.
Well, no, but it's like, I don't know, you can expose.
Well, I don't find it positive. I don't know, exposing. I don't really find that positive.
Like, you can expose, I don't know, a paedophile. You can expose a.
Because you're exposing something hidden, like you, like.
Yeah, it's like saying there's something fake, or there's something.
Yeah, but the thing is,
about a person.
You got to admit that I was being pushed away, and that was what was hidden. And I'm not going to say that you guys were hiding, but you guys. Like, if it's fine, you can sit there and say, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but do you not see the reason why you're being pushed away? Do you really not see that reason? That's what I was trying to say to you in the thing.
Well, I do now.
Yeah. Well, no, but I would say, if you spoke to Mike, I don't know Mikey, yeah, and I know he's sort of Trojan as a laugh, yeah, but I'd imagine the problem that me and Terry have got with you is the same problem that he's got with you.
He's no different, mate. He's no different. You know, you guys are all the same, even Mass. So, yeah, you lot have all. You're on the same.
But what does that mean out of the two? Does it mean that we're correct and that perhaps there's a problem with the way you're doing stuff?
There's no issue with you lot whatsoever. You just have entitlement to your to what you think, and I think at the end of the day, like I don't want to.
I think sometimes you lump us. You know, sometimes I think you lump us with all this, you know, anti-corruption, anti-government, anti-fakeness. If someone doesn't agree with you, you lump them people in with that.
Yeah,
no, but I didn't lump you specifically. I had an issue, Darren, because you had an issue with me about the birth thing, and then it escalated from there, and you started messaging me all these things, and then that's why I felt I needed to make an exposed video, because it all escalated from you thinking I was rude. That's all that was. I wasn't really basing my worldly matters on you guys. If you guys don't agree with that, that's completely fine. But I was just basing it
Matt,
on...
say like you should...
Yeah.
Well, you said you muted it. You muted me because you were trying to hear Matt speak, and his mic was quiet, and you couldn't hear him.
Only for about a minute.
As soon
because
as you
it was just because of the bird thing. That was the only reason.
Yeah, as soon as you muted me, even Maz went, "That's rude." Maz said, "That's rude."
No, but that's fine. If you want to take that on board, and then you want that to be a serious thing.
And then Terry went off. Well, even Terry said, I think that's rude. And I did think it was rude.
It is rude. Like, say if you did that in person, like if you was physically someone near you, if you just went up to someone, just put your hand over someone's mouth, that's what you're really doing. You're
no, but you can't compare that to.
But I never muted.
You can't really compare.
I never muted you every time like your mic was being annoying. I never muted you.
No, but like I said, give me the heads up if in anything, anywhere in the future, if the mic is somewhat being. You're probably on about a few times when I used to play my audio out on my TV and they'd hit my PlayStation camera, but I got that shit sorted out now. But if that was an issue in any way, Darren, don't hesitate to give me the heads up, because to me, mate,
but you sort of say that to be honest and sort of say if there's a problem, But then I worry, I say that, and then 10 minutes later there's an exposing video.
Not really. I made an exposing video because I was pushed away again. Like I said again, I felt that. Because you guys deleted me and you didn't talk to me again. That was the only reason. It wasn't because, like, if we spend time in a party, what's wrong with that? But if someone's like, obviously, you know, if I was being fooled around, obviously, I just made it in a way of saying, look at it in this angle. It wasn't a way of trying to bash you out or anything or slag you off.
Yeah, but I think we all had valid reasons for deleting you. I really do. I'm not being an arsehole. I do generally think there was a problem or there is a problem, whatever it is, that we all had a right to go, you know what, I can't be asked for this.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I did this party, just to fix that problem, try and fix it, because it's like.
And it's all a separate thing. We didn't all get together and go, you know what, because I'm not a bully. I've never been a bully. Like, you know, like part of a group that picks on someone or whatever. I've never done that. I don't want to be, especially at my age, be like that, It wasn't like me and Terry going, you know what, we're going to fucking, It weren't about that. It was like me going to Terry, perhaps, do you think it was out of order to? And he go, yeah, actually, I think that was. It weren't like a planned thing. Even that the thing is, we started talking one night.
Yeah. You lot have all this...
And it just happened.
Yeah. You lot have all this disagreement, but half of the things that you lot were saying in chat, because I have morals and a bit of discipline, I would never say these things. I would never go on about objectifying what you do in your circumstance. I would never go on about what you do in your personal life, because that's not nothing to do with me. But yet, when I seem to get that...
Yeah, but I think you do, though. I think you do. I don't think you realise you do it, but you do it.
Well, I mean, look in the comment section and look at the exposed video, Darren. What have I said about you needing... I didn't say anything about... go and get therapy or do this or do that. It was nothing.
No, but then
influxed in a negative
Maz
way.
Will get back to me and Maz will say like, he just said you and fucking Terry are fucking couple of losers. You never do anything with your life. What is that? That's not nice, is it?
And is that how I come across? Is that how I'm coming across? Are you saying that that's how I'm coming across? That's what I'm. Is that what I'm saying?
No, Maz said you said that.
Well, that's Maz, not me. Why are you talk about Maz?
No, what I'm saying is, I do believe that you said that to him. I'm not sticking up for Maz, but he said that when we got out of the party,
yeah, but that's that's between me and Maz. Whatever we go on about is like we're talking about me and you two.
No, but what I'm saying is, you're saying you don't say that about us, yeah. You're saying you don't say that about us, but clearly you do because you said it to Maz. And all right, I said some nasty things on the comments, but if you look at some of your comments, you're calling me a twat and all that, yeah. I wouldn't say you've been particularly nice about me in the comments.
Because I felt that you was, Taryn. I felt that you were legitimately like not getting, what my intention was behind what I was doing. I thought you just thought it was a negative thing, and that's all that was.
Yeah, but I don't understand your intention sometimes because it's very mixed.
You do cross a lot of stuff in the chat. Like I could get up now on YouTube the comments.
Well, we'll read the comments. No, but the thing is, Terry, you got to sit there and have you seen the whole video, the exposed video?
What video? No, I'm talking about the video. Yeah, I've seen the whole video. Yeah.
Okay, so if in that video, not once did I say anything to objectify you. I was just reading through the comments to say that, why don't you guys analyse what the hell you're saying to me? Because it feels like you've got other criticisms against me, despite me being anti-establishment and anti-corruption. You've got all these other things against me, like I'm a dancer. I got been banned. I've all this stuff. Like I wouldn't sit there and say that to any of you guys about what you do in your. Like I said, that's not who I am. I would never do that because I have some morals. I have some.
You have done that though in chats. In chats, you have done that.
You mean when I was with Brank?
No, when me and Terry mainly been in chats with you. Yeah, and you sort of like.
Have I?
Oh, I've done all this today. I've done all that today. What are you? Oh,
yeah, I've done this today, but I didn't say anything against you guys to scrutinise you guys. I didn't say something to penalise you guys. I was talking about my circumstance. How is that? How is that in any way something that's negative?
But if say 5 people think it comes across badly, yeah, then there's a problem. Do you not see like?
Then maybe I shouldn't talk about
thinking,
it. Fine.
No, it's not that. I think it's not that. I think it's the way you. If I come away thinking like, oh, was he having a dig at me? And I go to Terry, what do you think? He goes, you know what? I fucking thought that. And then Maz messages me and goes, why is he having a dig? If like 5 people in the chat say think that, surely they're right in that. If more people, it's like the majority to the minority.
Yeah, but you're being paranoid.
If you're thinking,
because I didn't really say anything bad. I was just bringing up a motivational thing about what I did today and just some insight to bring up. It wasn't in any way to scrutinise you guys. That wasn't, like I said, Terry's known me for a long time, so if anything, he should know what the hell I'm getting across. If he would have realised that by now, but I don't know if he does. But that's what
I think there's a big difference between what you're trying to come across with and the way it's coming across.
Yeah, but look how you lot were coming across at me. Like, look at the stuff in chat, for instance, and I didn't say anything about that because I don't really mind. But I was getting criticism left, right, centre, even through PSM messaging, saying that, you know, just things that were just off the topic completely.
But then you do videos, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like you'll have on the thing, you have a screenshot, and you're going through all the messages, yeah. That I
did that, yeah.
It's got my but it's got my real name on there, and I'm thinking, well, what? Perhaps I don't want people on YouTube because none of my real name on there, yeah. And then you got a picture on there and all that, and I just think like that's wrong.
Well, I mean, I didn't really. It was just the PSN. I wasn't really exposing your personal. It was just. But fair enough.
I would say it's still wrong because you can find someone like.
Well, I mean, if you want to compare that to your expository, which I don't really mind, mate, you can do what the hell you want. With the ones you exposed to me, you shared my Facebook, but I didn't say shit about that. I don't really care. But
yeah,
then again,
I know, but that's why.
Yeah, but I didn't share you guys'
They were all in. Yeah, but all the ones Terry done, yeah, I'm not sticking up for him, but they were in response to ones you done. You're the one that.
I know the response.
No, that was done the prank, yeah.
Yeah.
So you do a thing video.
Yeah.
And then I'd come out with a comment, and it was like I said to you once, like, just leave it now, fuck it, I can't be arsed, yeah. And then the next day there's another video, and Terry goes, "There's another video." I'm like,
I'm aware of the
it doesn't end.
I wasn't talking about the response. I was talking about the personal thing that you found it personal about your name and thing. But when I stream, regardless, I'm always. You guys are always out on my stream anyway. So what difference does it make?
Yeah, but not our names though, or pictures.
I just felt we kept on and on, like every day there was something.
What?
Yeah, you got Darren's picture on there. Darren's picture popped up on there. And,
yes, but I didn't go through his personal thing. His personal, like.
Yeah, but anyone.
What? It's still personal. It doesn't matter.
But say my first name and my last name. You can go on the internet and find out where I live.
Is it not? Is it not personal then? If you have someone's full name and their picture
on the internet.
Yeah.
Because
well, I mean, if you thought it was personal, why make it then? If that was the case.
You made it. I didn't make it.
No, I'm on about the. Like, if you found your YouTube name personal, then why would you make a YouTube with your name, your real name? Sorry.
Because I'm not. Because you've got 1,000 subscribers, I've got about 2. I don't do anything on YouTube, yeah.
But when you comment on somebody else, I'm sure people can see that. So what difference does it make?
Yeah, but it's not in a negative, is it? I might go, good video or whatever, yeah.
It's not in a negative.
But like you said, it's exposing
about someone.
You're going, this person, this person, You might get one.
But people wouldn't be that sad to look you up anyway. I mean, if anything, the prank video that you lot pulled off me, the FBI thing, there's a joke thing. If anything, I should have been more concerned about that, but I didn't. You know why? Because I've got morals to have a laugh about it and say that was all right. Because if that was really the case, like the non-squad was actually legit, well, you know what I'm trying to...
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I thought, like, it was such a obvious prank that you go straight away, oh, someone's fucking with me.
No. Oh, that wasn't the prank. It wasn't the prank that was fucking with me. It was the fact that I was pushed away by what you lot misunderstood about me. That was what that was about. It was nothing to do with the prank. It was just about it all from the burb thing. So after the burb thing and then onwards, that was all that was about, basically.
But I think you might have felt out of it, like people sticking up for me and not you and stuff, and you didn't really do anything. But then you got to sort of think, perhaps, why is that happening? Why are people sticking up for me and not you? Perhaps people have got issues with you that they don't say to you.
I'm not expecting people to stick up with me. I'm not that shallow-minded about things like that. I'm just trying to.
No,
I was just trying to tell Terry
that you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you said that you felt sort of like a bit like out of it by everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, I do, because it's like. I was
trying to say.
If I feel that I would personally admit that I was doing something wrong. Really, if I was, but I'd like to honestly think that I'm innocent and I'm being 100%. I'm not going to sit there and fucking fuck around and say that I'm making this shit up. I'm being 100%
so
honest.
in all this, so in all this, you would say you've had no part to play in why.
Well, maybe the fact that I didn't expose that you guys didn't like that, maybe, and maybe that I've said a few things in the party, like when I was telling Terry, you know, I want to do something with myself, like talking about me, like maybe if that was offensive, then my bad. But I mean, honestly, if you find that offensive, then I don't know what else you'd find offensive. Maybe like you said, we could just keep it games and just chill, if that makes sense.
Yeah, what I was trying to say was, it's not just me finding it offensive. If you're in a chat of 4 people and they'll go, no, that was out of order, surely there's an issue perhaps you need to look at.
Well, you see, I don't chat with anyone. I chat with people that are considerate to chat with me. So, for instance, you lot wanted to invite me, and I appreciate that. You know, you didn't before because, like I said, you had an issue. Mikey's always had an issue with me from day one anyway, Darren. He never followed me on Twitch anyway. He was just a troll to begin with. But the only difference is he just likes to invite me for his fucking convenience to have a chat with me. He never really likes to do it because he wants to do it. You know what I mean? I've known him to be a troll from day one anyway, mate. So it's nothing new to me. I knew he was fucking around, to be honest. But what shocked me...
I don't really know him.
Well, I've known him for a long time. I mean, long enough to tell you that he's been fucking around with me. And that's why I made an exposed video. But that's why I was shocked, because you guys were good people. So, if anything, you would be the last person that I'd think that you lot were messing around with me. I mean, the prank is out of the equation because that was a prank. But if anything, I was the last person to think that you lot were kind of affected by my endeavours and the person I am. I wouldn't have thought of that, to be honest. That's why I was kind of shocked.
I just think sometimes, this is my personal opinion, at the end of the day, you're a different person, like your own person, yeah. But to a certain extent, when I come on here, I like to leave certain stuff at the door.
Yeah.
So I was a fucking brain surgeon. I wouldn't come on here and bore everyone with me being a brain surgeon. I just come on here to play my games. I'm not just to have a laugh, but you have a laugh. Like last night we were on here, we just like chatting shit and just, you know, how's things, how's your mum, and there was no deep fucking, the meaning of the fucking life. Do you know what I mean?
That's all right.
It's just like when you don't, or like say when you say you don't like Maz when he does his guitar, and it's like so fucking annoying.
Do I say? I don't really care. He can play his guitar. But did I say anything about that too?
Well, okay then, but I thought you said that one time. You said, "Oh, his fucking guitar is so fucking annoying. He keeps playing it and what shit." But...
Well, I think.
Okay then, if you don't mind it.
When he play guitar, that's fine. But I think that, like I said, there is limits when you want to listen to what somebody else is saying in the party and you can't because it's overlaying that. That I can understand being annoying, but that's a different story.
But it's life, and it's like I've got my setup in the front room, yeah. So like, I'm in a small bungalow. So in the front room, like Rachel might be in here, and I might turn around and chat to her. And I've got the dog and the thing. And Maz, I don't know. Sometimes, I mean, I've had big arguments with Rachel on here before. and Terry's been on the mic, and yesterday I had one, and Maz was on the thing. Yeah, it's just life. It's like I remember once you had a massive argument with your brother. I think it was your brother. Was it your brother come in the room?
Well, you had a massive argument. Mate. Family is
yeah, but it's life. Everyone's like that, yeah. But I didn't mute you. I didn't think fucking listen to Faris's shit and mute you. I just carried on with my game. Do you know what I mean?
I only muted you not because it was annoying, but because Maz's mic was really low and he kept going on, and I was just trying to see what he was saying. I wasn't muting you because it was annoying. Your bird was fine because, if anything, I spent the last hundreds of parties with you and Darren, and I didn't even mind with your bird thing. I really didn't.
Yeah, but is an alternative? Is an alternative to that? Yeah, if his mic's low, is to say, Maz, sorry, mate, is something wrong with your mic? I can't hear you.
No, I couldn't hear what Maz was saying, but he was quiet. So I was just saying, isn't there anywhere else, Darren? Is there anywhere else that there's rooms that the bird can like something? That's all I was saying. I wasn't meaning it in a harsh way or.
No, No, but what I'm saying is there not alternatively you could have said to Maz, I can't hear you. Can you speak up a bit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I did. I think, if I can remember, but I think I just found it easier. Yeah.
Because it doesn't happen all the time. And the thing that got to me is, yeah, and Terry can vouch for that. When that bird starts doing it a few times, he annoys me because I'm nearer to him than fucking anyone, anyway. I go, oh, fucking hell, shut. Like,
it's not annoying. No, but I'm just clarifying, Darren. It's not annoying. It's just that I couldn't hear what Maz was saying. That's all. I wasn't meaning it. Like I said again, I wasn't meaning it in an offensive way.
Yeah, but say for example, I couldn't hear what Maz was saying when you were arguing with your brother. Yeah, I wouldn't mute you.
You have every right to, mate. That's why the button's there. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay,
I think mute's more there for people on games. Say you go on Friday the 13th, yeah, and you're on co-op or whatever, yeah, and you've got an annoying kid going in the background. That's what mute's for.
Yeah, but I would
to mute someone.
Well, I wasn't saying the bird was annoying. It was just making the noises to the extent that I wasn't just able to hear Maz's low mic. I wasn't, like I said, there wasn't any negative intent behind it. See?
I think it's life. It's just like, I mean, like, I don't know, say Maz is arguing with his mum. There's a possibility that I can't hear what Terry's saying. But I wouldn't mute mute Maz on the mic. I just think, oh, in a minute, it's stopping in a minute, it don't really matter.
Well, I mean...
You know what I mean?
Well, to me, like, I think that... Well, the way I look at it is, if something is overlaid... That's why I mean, that's why I like to do one-on-ones, Darren, because...
Oh, you wouldn't just involve yourself. You wouldn't say, "Oh, could you tell your mum to just shut up because I can't."
Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's a different level. No, you're talking about a different level, Terry. You're going on about a different level of.
But it's still noise that you can't hear someone else in it. So say like you're arguing with your brother, yeah, and I can't hear Terry. I won't go a fast do us a favour and go, "What's that?" Tell brother, shut the fuck up. I know you didn't say that.
I didn't say no, but the thing is, if I said that, then fine, but I didn't. So it's like I just.
I know, but it's for all intents and purposes, it's the same thing, isn't it?
I mean, it's the way you want to.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that's why Brank does ones-on-ones, Darren, because not because he doesn't want to chat with people, but because it's easier to chat with somebody one-on-one. Because if people are making like you said, if there's a really loud racket that's overlaying somebody else, you're not able to do things. But it's not a way to say that. You shouldn't be in more than a party than one or two people. But, like I said...
Like live and let live, ain't it? Like, you know, sometimes you might make a noise. Sometimes I'm... Like my neighbour, yeah? I don't complain about them making a noise, because then it makes them... They can complain about me.
Yeah, but I'm not
to me, it's like live and let live.
Your bird is fine. We were playing Gears of War 5.
Like Sam, yeah?
Yeah.
Sam would do this thing, yeah, well, like, after about midnight, he's got to be quiet, yeah, because his mum's going to bed, and he's like, he goes, yeah, and you can hardly fucking hear him. I have to go, say it again, Sam, and he go, oh, dude, I can't because like my mum's, you know what I mean? And it's irritating.
Yeah,
but it's just one of those things. Everyone's different.
No, but Darren, like with me,
do you know what I mean? I don't.
Nothing is taken to heart, like to consideration. Mine, everything I do is like I said, I don't know, mate. Like I said, to finalise it, as I had nothing against you, Bird. To cut the story short, I think.
Yeah, no, I didn't think you did. I just think like everyone makes noise, yourself included. Yeah. no one brings it up to you, and I sort of felt, well, hold on a minute,
what,
why is everyone?
what the thing that you were on about earlier, the one where my thing was overlaying the chat?
Yeah, or like, I don't know, say you're arguing with your brother, or there's noise going in the, or whatever. I wouldn't say anything, do you know what I mean? Yeah, because everyone annoys everyone, you know what I mean?
But the thing is, you're acting as if, like, I actually said something. I didn't say anything. I was just saying that I only muted you
what I'm saying is
like 30 seconds. Just and then I wanted to unmute you again, and next thing you know, you deleted me, and yeah, I don't like, because obviously you found
yeah, no, but I just no, I mean, not so much rude. I thought it was hypocritical for someone that does make noise himself, them criticise me for making noise.
I wasn't criticising you. I didn't want it to seem that it was like that. Like, you've got to understand, when you're having a conversation with someone, Darren, it's like a one-way conversation, but when something is overlaid, you have every right to take action and say, there's a mute button, or just wait for that person to finish so then I can say something. That's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't really see why there's something wrong with that. I personally wouldn't, but that's just me, but I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, but like I said to you, it's not just that. To me, there was a few issues, and it was like the last one that just thought, oh, fuck this, do you know what I mean?
I'd like to just think that it was all rectified from the burb thing, and then ever since, it escalated, and then, like I said, a lot of the comments that you've been telling me, I didn't have an issue with, because I never do, but a lot of things were deep criticism, and I had nothing to say that was in any way like that to you, Darren. I was just saying, it's just not right.
You must be able to see that where those comments come from, though, because you'd say something, and a lot of time I'd react to it. Like you'd do a video, yeah. So I'm going to put a comment. I'm not going to be happy, yeah. So I put a comment on there, yeah. Then you'll put something. I'm trying to talk to you, trying to say, look, Faris, there's obviously an issue. Perhaps like something you're doing or saying, or the way it's coming across, because I'm not the only one that thinks this, yeah. And then you're going to some big thing about humanity, and I can't be fucking arsed with this. I'm just talking about this sort of thing, yeah. And then you did say some things on there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not obviously not happy with my life, and you put. I'm not the only one that put stuff on there, because if you read back, all of us did. I'm not denying I did, because I did, because it's more fucking frustration of it all, and it wasn't like I didn't. You were sort of saying, oh, I don't know, we're hiding behind a keyboard and all that. We don't get on chat. I didn't want to get on chat. I wasn't scared to get on the chat. I just didn't want to, because at that moment in time, more would have been said, I think.
Well, if you come on here angry, I had nothing to, because like I said, I have no objectifications against you guys, but the fact that you guys may do, that's not something I have control of. That's you, So that's all I was.
I think it is saying. Though. I think it's something you have control over, though, because obviously if you're doing something that's upsetting a lot of people, then surely
now that you've awarened me of that. So what is it? The anti-corruption thing that you don't like to listen to? What else is it that you don't like?
No, it's not that. No, it's not that.
I don't think it's the anti-corruption thing. I don't think
it's the message. I'm just saying, like, sometimes, say you've got this message, whatever that message be, yeah, right, and you want to get it across to people, and say people don't want to listen to it, yeah, it doesn't mean they're fucking fake or they're corrupt or they're the establishment. Perhaps it's your message.
I was saying fake in regards to me being pushed away. I wasn't saying you were fake because you didn't agree with my message. I couldn't give two tosses if people agree with me or not.
I mean, do you not think that some of your views are sort of way out there?
Why would that? Why do you think that is? Because people would rather sit there and watch someone like PewDiePie, which is there to get people to be lazy. He's there to perpetuate that. That's why he hasn't. He's been put there by design, Darren, to make people follow up to that, and they are.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
PewDiePie?
I don't even know who he is.
Well, you know all these millionaire streamers, like big streamers, like with big views.
Yeah, but I don't watch any of them.
I don't either, but I'm kind of giving you an example that they've been put there by design to make people get people's hopes up. Oh, stream, do this, do that. You can get 1 million views. We can get paid on that. And the reason people don't like my content. Yeah. Go ahead.
But do you really think, that the royal family are lizards?
What's that got to do with my content?
No, but do you not see that's a bit of a way out there fault, isn't it?
No, but the thing is, there's something about being realistic, and there's something about talking about things that are what if. I'm not going to sit there and talk about what ifs. Like, everything that I do is about real life, Darren. I don't really sit there and because I don't know what the fuck goes on behind the royal family. But all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, it's nice to the way I look at things is just I'm very open.
It's like that David Icke. That David Icke, yeah. You do realise that he had a complete mental breakdown before he started coming out with stuff.
It doesn't necessarily mean that a lot of what he says isn't righteous. He speaks a lot of sense in what he says. Not wrong with that.
Yeah, but I've not seen any proof that what he said is true.
Well, maybe because he goes on about lizards, but when he goes on about other things like humanity's being behind this fascism, and that is true, because everyone's just following the hurdle.
Yeah, but I remember him when he was normal in the 70s. He used to play football. He used to be a goalkeeper for Arsenal.
Yeah, but the definition of normal is following the quote. What's following the quote? Being gullible to not being able to expose the injustices, and that's what that is. Like he said, he had a mental breakdown in a sense that he was able to see more, and there's nothing wrong with being able to see more because the thing is, the governments want to put people in a box, Darren. That's the thing. They don't want people to.
What do you think's more likely, though? Yeah, that the royal family are lizards or they're not. What is more likely? Would you say?
I don't know about that shit, mate. I don't operate behind the royal family, but all I know is that.
What I'm saying, I'm not digging you out. I'm saying you've got some quite way out there views, haven't you? And not everyone's going to subscribe to them.
My objective, my content is basically about being able to take power over our own minds and actually be united, essentially. And how can we do that if we just follow the quotes of what society is telling us? That's what my content is basically about. That's what that sent. That's what that sent. That's the epiphany.
But that's true, I suppose. Yeah, you're right. It's your content. It's down to you. Yeah, but your content slips into chatting on a PlayStation.
Oh,
your agenda, in a way,
because it's all interconnected. Gaming's interconnected with. When you talk about online-only games to where we were back in the day, it's different now. You know, they want to push a loot box this, loot box that. You know how it is. Gaming's changed, and it's never about the quality of it.
I agree with that. I don't disagree with that, but I just think there's a way. I don't know. There's say certain YouTubers, yeah, and you can watch him. And think, he makes sense, and you've got another one.
No, but the thing is, my shit doesn't make sense.
He's a bit fucking preachy.
It doesn't make sense though, my shit, because people want to watch trivial shit. They don't want to watch somebody that's talking about, like you said, negative stuff or whatever, right?
That's what I'm saying. You just sound preachy. You sound like preachy.
It does come across preachy.
Well, I don't need to appease people. That's a different story. If you're going to sit there and try and appease people, then you just like. That how is that making a difference? You just don't looking out for yourself, and that's greedy. That's selfish. I like to kind of operate on a level of giving something back. That's how that's who I am. That's who I am as a person. I like to give something back. That's just who I am. That's why I danced in my boxes, and that's why I did all these things. It's because it's trying to tell society that. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, but you'll say things like, people online on the game, they're not true friends. They're just internet people, yeah. And then you say like, yeah, but I am friends with you. They can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm talking about in general. So if you want to talk about things like Mikey, for instance, yeah, he's going to sit online because he even told me in the messages. If you looked in the exposed video, he said that he's only here to kill time. He couldn't even give a shit about me. He was just waiting for his Korean friend to come on. So to him, it was just a pastime for him to speak to me. That's what I was referring to when I talk about.
Well, that's wrong. That's wrong. If that is wrong, I'm not sticking up for Mike. I don't even know him. I think he's quite. I think he makes sense sometimes.
No, he does make sense. And you know what I commend about him is that he's very honest. He's honest to the fact that he likes to troll. He's told me that. So yeah.
But he doesn't tell you something just for the sake of it. He'll tell you if he believes something. He'll tell you. So actually, Faris, I don't think you're. You know, I don't know if he does it all the time in a bad way. Say, look, you were saying, I don't know about that wanking video, whatever, and he'll say, look, Faris, I did advise you, perhaps not the right thing to do.
No, he didn't mind that. If anything, he was. Yeah, he did say something about that, but he found it funny. Like he actually said, no, but I even found it wrong. That's why I deleted it. But what I'm saying is, he thinks alike like you guys. Like he's like he doesn't agree with a lot of things as well. But like I said, I don't want it to be in a way that I'm imposing to you guys. Like you guys make your own mind up and you know, take the things that you agree with and disagree with things that you don't. You know, but like I said, if you want to spend time with me in a party, I'm not going to sit there and speak about these things. We'll just keep it,
no, but
like you said.
No, but the thing is, like, we went on Gears 5, me, you, and Terry, and I really enjoyed it. We had a laugh. I don't mean laugh, but it was fun, and that's what I come on here for. You know, I've got enough shit in my life and things going wrong to like. I don't want to go about all over the world and what this is happening and what's bad, and I just come on here to like get away from the fucking shit.
Yeah, I understand. That's not to say you can't do what you're doing. Speaking about insightful things, like everything that I do isn't. It may sound negative, but it's if you think about it, it's therapeutic to say that I want to do something about certain things, and I want to improve on this, and I want to improve on that. That's the motivation for why I do the content that I do. It's not.
Oh yeah, I don't. Because the thing is, like, at the end of the day, I'd want you to do well. I want you to do. If you want to, I don't know, be an RF or whatever, then I'd want that to happen for you, yeah. Thanks. But on the same token, if I don't want to do fuck all my life, I'd like you to respect that. That's what I do.
Respect that. I do respect that. That's fine.
You know, because like I said to you, I'm different. Like, I'm like 45 and 46 soon. You know, I've been married twice. I've got 2 kids. I've got fucking I've had life experiences. I've had you know, I've been a uni, and it's not like me saying like, oh, I've done this, I've done that. The reason I'm saying it is because it's in response to you, sort of like, well, don't you want to do anything like more with your life? Because you have said that to me before. Don't you want to do anything more with your life? No, not really. I'm nearly at retirement age. You know.
Yeah. No, I was just making something about the FBI thing when I mentioned it. If more or less, I was basically saying something about.
No, but even before that, I remember you said once about don't you want to do sort of anything sort of more with your life, and I think that's.
I was just wondering. I wasn't meaning it in a harsh way. I wasn't. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, but if someone says that to you, no matter who it is. If Rachel said that to me, you know, you sort of said like, "Well, Terry, you should know me by now. You know, I don't mean anything bad by it." Yeah. But that don't always work. Say Rachel went to me now, don't you do anything with life? I go, what do you fucking mean, cheeky bitch? No, do you know what I mean? No, it doesn't matter who says things sometimes.
Well, that's why me and Frank have such an agreement chat, because he says, like, when he sits there and gives advice, he's saying giving advice because that's what a true friend does. He sits there and advises you on. It's just nice. It's a nice thing that people are considering. You know,
it's advice if you ask for it. If I said
I know. It wasn't something forced. Like, it wasn't a forceful thing. Like, even Brank tells me, like, I couldn't give 2 fucks if people take what I say or not. Like, but at the end of the day, I just wanted to, like, give a heads up. That's all. Like, just to say that, look, you know, there's a way of looking at something. Like, so maybe you can excel. Like, do the thing that you love, but you can really do this. Like, as a suggestion. Like for instance, Terry sells his shirts. He likes to sell his shirts. I said to Terry, just keep going, keep selling your shirts. And I did say that to Terry. I said, just keep going, man. Don't give up with that. So I was just basically saying to you, Darren, like, with all the things that you have, like, with the things that you've experienced, like, you know, it's just nice to, you know, feel that you feel productive. But like I said, if you feel productive that you like to come on here, that's fine. But I was just saying it in a way because.
But that's different. Say you just said that, yeah. But I tie it to, like, you've said that, all right, you know, you're trying to be helpful. But then another time you'll say, don't you want to do anything with your life? So if you lump all those things together, it does sound like you're being like preachy. Did I specifically say it
like that in that line? I don't remember me saying it in that line.
Yeah, no, you did. No, you did. You said, don't you want to do anything, you know, don't you have any sort of, what's the word? What's the word, Rage?
Can you say like hobbies?
Ambitions. Yeah, don't you have any ambitions in your life? That's like saying you're like worthless. To me, it makes you feel like a bit like shit. No, I wasn't saying you're worth.
No. It wasn't a way of saying.
No, I'm not saying you said that, but that's how it makes someone feel. And I don't want you to think like it's like a character assassination. I'm coming on here going, basically, Faris, you're a bad person. I don't think that.
So when was it that I said this? Was this like after the argument, before the argument?
Before.
Was this when you went on about Maz, or was it?
It was about the time when we were playing.
I think it was God of War.
Gears.
No, not God of War. Gears. I mean, what the fuck am I
saying? It was about that time. You said something like, "Isn't there anything you want to achieve in that?"
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with having goals. I think personally, it's nice to say that. Yeah, what goals are you into? What things are you into? Like that's all I was basically getting across. I wasn't saying it that, I was trying to penalise you, or you're worthless, you're this. I was just trying to say, like, what, do you have any, like, goals, like, something that you see, like, being, like, what I'm trying to say, like, what's your passion?
If you couple that with, times when you have sort of said, like, I don't know, about the PlayStation, like, yeah, or you said to me as well, like, or both of us, some people just want to, like, sort of waste their time,
well,
on
yeah,
PlayStation,
because but you know that that's true, Darren. I'm not going to sit there and lie. You know that that's true, because at the end of the day, people are going to sit there and rather do that than actually help themselves. Because nowadays, people wouldn't say something to encourage you to help you. They're just going to say something to waste time. Just like Mikey was doing. Like, Mikey was a good personification of that. He came by to just kill time and left.
I don't know, but I don't think that's right. I don't agree with that.
No, I'm not talking about him in a bad way. I'm just telling you what I witnessed. Like,
but I didn't know that. All I sort of know from Mikey is, like I said, he's quite honest, he's quite truthful. It can be a laugh.
I'm not sitting there criticising him, so and I know you can hear him. I'm not making it out like that. I'm not
saying that. No, but I agree with what you're saying. If Mikey has said to you, he basically only comes on here with you to kill time, that is wrong.
Well, he said that to me before anyway. Like, it's nothing new. So, but that's what I mean. That's how I thought you lads were like. I thought you lads were like that as well. That's why I did my exposure. Because I thought you legitimately felt like that. That's it. Like, that you didn't give a shit. And yeah, that's how I felt. Even Terry as well.
That's not we didn't give a shit. It's the frustrations. It's like
yeah, but I never get frustrated at anyone. I'm the sort of person to...
perhaps we did.
Yeah. Look, I'm not trying to say that I'm perfect and I don't get frustrations, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit there and say anything about anybody, because that's not who I am as a person. I'd never do that. And I was shocked that Terry did that. No. I never knew Terry did that, to be honest. He shocked me with his comments. You intrigued me.
But the thing is, like I say, like when he said "fuck you" or whatever, yeah, I think it was just like, because but if you listen back to the video, yeah, I'm not, and it's not like I'm kissing his arse or nothing. I do think it was a bit like you were keeping on at him, and you could tell Terry was getting pissed off, because even you said to him, "Look, Terry, I feel that you're not," and he's like, "No, I am."
No, I just said,
on and on and
I was
on.
just telling Terry, you just got to, not in regards to just you, Darren, but anything in life, like in general, that it's nice to have a conviction about something. It's nice to say that you can actually take your own tuition on things. You know what I'm trying to say?
But it's different, because I suppose, because Terry's older than you, isn't he?
Right, and I even said to him in the comment section, if anything, I want to look up to Terry. But how can I look up to Terry?
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying like anyone younger than me doesn't know more than me. I'm not like, oh, I'm older than you, so I know everything more. I'm not saying that, yeah. But it's like, I've had jobs before, yeah, when I've been like, I don't know, 35.
That's cool.
The manager's 18, and he talks down to you. You think, what do you fucking know, you prick? And it feels. I'm not saying you're a prick. I'm just saying, like,
yeah, but how
sometimes if someone's younger than you,
how am I comparable to that guy?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it does get your back up sometimes. If someone a lot younger than you, it feels like they're trying to tell you how to live your life.
Yeah, but how am I getting across that? Like, not once in my. I don't know.
I think it can feel like that. I'm not saying you're trying to do that, or that but the thing is, goal,
like, that's what I mean. Like, it's what is and what isn't. Like, at the end of the day, if I know that I was, then I'd sit there and say that I was. But I was just kind of talking about my situation, and I was trying to say that, because I've never seen Terry, other than the fact when I just joined the party, like you guys right now. I joined your party. Terry had a lot to freaking say right at the beginning.
You see him on my webcam. What do you mean? You have seen me on my webcam.
After what, Terry? 5 years? But that's besides the point.
Nah, yeah, but you've seen me, man. You've seen me. You know what I was like.
The thing is, I'm not comfortable with that anyway.
Yeah, but
like, you don't mind streaming your face, your video, and all that, yeah. And like that, Mikey doesn't, does he? Doesn't like what's it himself, does he? I'm not one for going on videos. I don't think Terry is.
No, that's cool. But what I'm trying to say is, Terry. All I was saying to Terry is it's nice to stand up for yourself, because I never really seemed to that. Like right now, he had a lot to say once I joined the party. You know why? Because it was crossing his barriers. So anything that kind of feels that. So anything that's kind of crossing your barriers, you'd have something to say. I kind of noticed, but I feel that if you want to stand up in general about certain things, I didn't really see that. You know, that's all I was trying to remind. I wasn't saying that Terry needs to see that. I was just trying to say that, you know, it's nice that Terry needs to, and that's what he did. As soon as I joined the party, he said, "You said this and I said that and all that stuff," in the comment section.
Oh yeah.
So, but I've just never known Terry to stand up for himself. That's why I mentioned it. But it wasn't a way of saying that he has to take that serious. But he did, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose. Like, I don't know. I think that frustrating Terry after the start. I don't know. But like when he said "fuck you" or whatever.
That's completely fine. I don't really mind that. I was just saying, like, it's good to stand up for yourself. That's all it is, mate, because that's all I was saying.
You still there, Sarah? Oh.
Yeah, I'm still here, yeah. Oh. Well, it's good that we got this out in the open, because it's like...
If anything, yeah, I've been wanting to chat with you for a long while, but obviously that was down to you guys.
It's difficult anyway. It's always separation, yeah, because like Sam in the party with Terry, Maz, and Sam. Sam will not come in the party with you. He's like, no, I'm not. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know why that is. I don't know what.
I've got nothing against fucking Sam. I don't even know what his. I don't even fucking know, mate.
I think his thing is that, like what I was trying to say, he's felt like you've been preachy about to him in the past, and he said to you like,
saying this.
Well, like I said,
about
mate,
the Xbox or something. Was it about the Xbox? That trying to get him to get an Xbox, he didn't want to get. I don't know. I mean, that's what he said. I don't know if it's true or if that happened, or I'm not sticking up for him. I'm just saying that's what he said. But it makes it difficult because then it's a choice. Like, right, so you've got Faris in this party. I'm this one with them, and Terry might go, right, I'm going to go and talk to Faris. Then you got you and Faris, you and Terry in one party, me, Maz, and Sam another party. And then there'll be another time where Branko might be on there, so like none of us can go to the party with you. So it is awkward, isn't it? Anyway.
It is awkward, yeah.
I find it awkward to sort of like, it feels like I'm taking sides, like, well, even though I'm getting on really well with you, and I go, right, because I play quite a lot of games with, not really Sam, but Terry and Matt. We play, like, I don't know, Friday 13th, we play Dead by Daylight, we play Call of Duty. I find that we play more games co-op together, yeah? So the other day when you were talking to Terry, you were in a party, and Terry said, oh, do you want to come into the party? And I wasn't being rude. I said, no, I'm in here, I'm sort of like, because I was playing the game with them, you have to talk, you know, you have to go, watch out, someone over there or whatever sort of thing, like we do in Gears. And it's really difficult to do that if you're not in the party with them. So, I've tried to say to Sam, let's come in the party, and he's like, no. Do you know what I mean? He's like, won't have none of it. I don't know, I mean, that's all I can say is what he said to me. It's something about the Xbox. Something about, he said that you were trying to get him to get an Xbox, he didn't want to get one or something, and then you kept on, and he had to go at you. But to be fair, I think this was ages ago. This isn't like since all this, is it? This has been going on longer with Sam,
I think it's all unnecessary drama, all because you all have an opinion of me. I think at the end of the day, like, I just want to go on about so-called my ideas, and like I said, to make it better, just keep it gaming.
Yeah, but then I don't want to make it right restrictive to you, like you can't talk or anything. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
But the thing is, it's not restrictive. It's just that I didn't know that you lot feel that way about it. That's the only difference. But now that I do, thanks for mentioning it.
No, but then I feel bad that I sort of said anything. But then if you don't say anything, it doesn't clear the air.
No, you don't feel bad. You're just being honest, aren't you? At the end of the day. If anything, I should feel bad that I wasted my time making an explosion.
Not proud of.
Yeah.
I don't think there's wasting time. I don't regret much. I mean, the thing is, there's probably certain things I sort of said on there I shouldn't, and perhaps Terry feels the same. But some of it was in response to other stuff, and do you know what I mean?
Like I said, now that I'm aware of them things, fine. But I mean, like I said, I'm not going to sit there and try and appease anybody, because I know who I am as a person at the end of the day, Darren. I know that everything I do is...
Yeah, but we're not saying you're a bad person. No one's saying you're a bad person. I would say the main thing that I can say is that lots of people feel that it's preachy sometimes. That's the biggest thing I've got about it. It's not like saying you're an arsehole, you're this or you're that, but just that I found it was like that. Obviously, like Sam said, oh yeah, like he done that to me, or Terry might go, yeah, I found that as well. So obviously, I thought there was an issue. If a lot of people were saying it, if it was just me, then it's my opinion against yours. It could be me, it could be you, it could be a bit of both. Yeah. But I think if a lot of people are saying
my videos talk about how the world is gullible and how people can't make... That's why I was saying to Terry, you got to stand up for your own...
And no, it's not the videos, because obviously the videos I don't have...
You got David Agger does that, but he doesn't sound preachy when he does it. That's the thing.
No, but the videos, yeah, we don't have to watch them till, do we? Say I don't agree with you. I'm not saying I don't agree with your videos, Faris, but say I don't want... So I don't. I just don't watch them. No, but not so much preaching the videos when you come into the chat. It comes across in the chat, I mean.
No, in the videos in the chat.
Well, if that's... You should... No, but that's the thing, Terry. When I told you about the standing up thing, I was saying that in a sense that you should have told me this shit from day one if that's the way you felt. But now, 5 years later, now you just seem to be telling me all this shit. It's like, what's the fucking point then? It's like, if you felt that you wasted your time, you should have just told me, mate. I would have known. That's all that was, Darren, mate. That's all that was, mate. That's all. You know? Terry, honestly, mate, if you felt that way 5 years ago, you should have told me. Not waste 5 years and then tell me that I'm like...
No, I didn't. It's just, I don't know. It's like, you've not really been digging, I don't know, digging at me that much.
But the thing is, I've been the person I was ever since day one. I've not changed. Like, it's not like I'm a crack, like I'm the guy from freaking The Suffering. I changed into the monster. Like, what the fuck? Like, I've been the same person since day one. But the only difference is I'm just talking about certain things. Like when I said standing up for yourself, I was meaning in a way of saying about everything else. Like when Darren, you know, when me and Darren argued about the thing and all this stuff. And then you followed the circle.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was saying you want me to stand up for myself to say what Darren's in the wrong or something. I'm not.
Yeah, I was saying that. I've known Faris for a long time.
This person's in the right because.
Well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with saying that I've known Faris for a long time. He's a decent friend. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean that you're digging at anybody. It's just...
Well, I did say that though. I did say he was a decent friend. I did say that to Darren.
Well, after I said stand up.
But he's got to agree with you, hasn't he? He's got to agree with you, isn't he?
I've got to agree with you. If I don't agree with you, then obviously Darren's going to be on my fucking ass.
No, it's not that you have to agree.
I just don't get involved.
It's not a matter that you got to agree. I'm not saying what I'm saying is a matter of that you got to agree. I was saying in a sense that, like, it's common sense. Like, it's not like I'm lying. It's not like I'm going to sit there and fucking lie.
Well, if you're sticking up for someone, then obviously you're taking a side, aren't you? So you're obviously agreeing with someone. If you want to,
I was saying
myself.
No, but I was saying you should know better. That you've known me for a long time, and you allowed Darren and Maz.
Like, yeah, I know. Well, I've known Darren for like what? How long have I known Darren now? For like 2 years now. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's still.
And you've known me for how long? Like, but it doesn't make a difference.
Well,
I was just saying that you should know better.
Like, yeah, I know. It doesn't make a difference.
So thank God.
I was just saying you should know better. That's all I was saying.
Oh yeah. The thing is, I think it's longer now. I think I've known Terry about 3 years now.
That's cool, Darren.
Oh, it's been 3 years.
It's been a while.
The point I was making, Darren, is when Terry was socialising with me, you guys didn't. So when I felt left out, all I was saying to Terry was, when I said stand up, I was saying it in a way that...
I do understand. You've known him longer, yeah. And you think he should understand you and have your back more, yeah?
No.
It wasn't with this one.
Darren, it wasn't in any way. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. It wasn't to say that. It was to say that if he hypothetically said to you that, why are you having an issue with Faris? And then now you're telling me because what? You don't agree with a lot of
but he knew why, because he agreed I think what it was, yeah, the only thing difference this time over 3 years ago was that Terry agreed with me that the issue I have with you, he had as well, didn't you tell? That's what
well, he never told me this.
Yeah,
ever since the drama happened on the.
No, but I never had the issue. I never had the issue with you. When I did have the issue, but I didn't.
And now you do.
With you 5 years ago.
Well, the thing is, I don't think Terry went along with me just because it's me. He went
along
with it.
I know, but
I think
I think to be honest, you lot are on the same wavelength. It's not like I'm gonna get people to agree with me. If I would have realized that, like, to be honest, if anything, that's why I was saying I've been fucked around with, because it feels like when I've known Brank for what 4 or 5 years, ever since day one, like I have been telling Terry that I fell out with him once, but we came back and we sorted it out, saying he was just telling me that he was on, because I thought he was trolling me, but he was only telling me that he just wanted to give me some advice.
Didn't you fall out of him for the same reasons that we did you?
No.
But you thought, yeah, he was being preachy and telling you what to do, and
no. I thought that he was saying it a way of saying that because I'm not doing that is that what do you call it?
He was making you feel bad about yourself, wasn't he? Like
no. That's how I perceived it at first, because he kept going. Not only because he kept going on about it, but
that's what I'm saying now. That's exactly what I'm saying now. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't compare that to what I'm like, because I don't go on about getting. But you should get a job and you should.
No, what I'm saying is, no. But you perceived Branko, yeah, as being preachy towards you, yeah, or that you need to do this for your life.
No, but so did he. And did he. He perceived the same thing about me as well, and that's why we had a debate about it. But then next thing you know, like but from day one we understood each other, and even after we connected again, we understand each other because we resonate on the same wavelength in the sense that we can have an open-minded chat and we can agree on similar things. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you and Terry would be the same in that regard. That you lot relate in a lot of similar wavelength conversations, and that's why you lot would disagree with me, because what me and Brank agree with, you lot disagree with. Do you get it? So that's all that is basically. That's all.
But then enlightenment is nothing to do with me. But I find that Branko, I think he's quite preachy with you, but then you might not think that.
No. I don't. No, the thing is, I wouldn't think that at all, because if anything, he doesn't. He knows that I'm aware, and he likes speaking to people that can resonate with that, like people that are aware. And he was actually telling me that you've not known him, you don't know him really, and for you to sit there and objectify him.
No.
Yeah.
But wasn't he the one? No, I'm only objectifying him because when you fell out of him, remember you telling me, wasn't he the one that you said that he sent you a big message saying you're a fucking loser and you're never going to do anything with life and YouTube and all that? He said all that, didn't he?
Yeah, after we like what me and you were doing, like me, you and Terry, like we were just going back and forth on messages. It's exactly the same thing. Like
yeah, but in a way, I'm by me saying this, I'm sticking up for you in a way. I'm thinking like, well, that's not nice, is it?
Well,
do you know what I mean?
So you could say the same thing about him, but all I'm saying is, in a way, like you should see the difference in a sense that, look, when we have a chat, we can resonate with the conversation because he agrees and he doesn't get irritated about it, nothing. But like I said, you guys do. That's the difference. So you guys were when we fell out. It was in the similar. It was similar.
I don't get irritated. It's just the preachiness. That's what I get irritated about. I don't even get irritated about what you talk about.
Well, Brian would disagree, but if that's what you think, then fair enough. That's fair enough. I can't really sit there and convince you.
Yeah, but I do find you sort of hold Brank to like, I don't know, like a different standard than you do to us. Like
no, not at all. I just admire that he doesn't we game, but we can also have a chat like me and you and Terry are having right now. But I mean, chats that we can both understand. Like I said about when you were saying about my videos, or like that. It's not,
It's like the thing with a party. Like you can't invite anyone in a party if he's in it.
No, he offered. He said, if you want to chat to him, just message him. He'll be happy to chat with you.
No, but he won in the group, will he?
It goes back to what we were saying earlier about being louder than another person and all that bollocks. So the reason he likes to keep it one-on-one because he's always working and busy as it is, so he only gets time to just come on a bit and go off. So he just wants to have like a like-minded chat with somebody. That's all. That's the only reason why. Not because of anything else. So
what about if you find someone he gets on with better than you and he wants to talk to him? That means
it doesn't matter, man. At the end of the day, what he does in his time is up to him. But I know at the end of the day that at least he puts his consideration, just like you guys are, by chatting with me. That's the only difference. And I appreciate anybody that's like that, to be honest. I appreciate people that appreciate others for appreciate. You know what I mean? If people are going to sit there and not appreciate somebody else, then that's not good. We should all encourage each other, I think. That's my philosophy. So I don't really sit there and criticize other people, and that's the way I look at it. But yeah, so that's what I mean. You shouldn't criticize. Like, you should just appreciate that. At the end of the day, like, you know, that we're still chatting regardless of the flaws. You know, if there was some flaws, then fair enough. I'll sit there and say... I think
everyone's got flaws. I've got millions.
No, I'm not saying personal flaws. I'm saying flaws in things that you disagreed with. Like things that shouldn't have been brought up.
Yeah, but the thing is, like Rachel, I've been with her 10 years. I agree with loads of stuff. Like, we get on really well, but we're completely different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense. If you're with someone, it's nice to actually have a lot in common, isn't it?
It is and it's not. It's like, but I accept that she's different and she accepts that I am.
Yeah, but what's wrong with being different? There's nothing wrong with being different, is there?
That's what I mean. We've got a different taste in music. We've got a different of this. She's more into animals than I am.
It doesn't mean something positive sounds preachy, like Terry says. That's the difference.
I don't know.
Everything that I do is for positive. To sit there and say that that's preachy is blasphemy. Because if anything, it's the people that sit in the streets every day and start fucking going on about the crucifixions and that. They're the people that want to...
I don't mean preachy like that. I mean more like I sort of thought that you think your view is the best view and that's the way to go.
No, there's no best view. There's no competition. I'm just trying to be who I am by saying that it's nice to give something back that someone else can benefit from. I'm not trying to sit there and force it down, as Terry says, force it down his throat. I was just saying it in a way of saying, look,
if you want to sit there... I think it can feel like that sometimes.
Yeah, fine. But then if you want to sit there and feel like it's more convenient to laugh and, like I said, like, mess around, that's cool. But with me, I'm honest about a lot of the subjects that I go on about. And if people don't like that, you know, that's up to them. But I know that I think there's a time, not this is me, I think there's a time and a place for it. Like, I've got a friend called Nick that I actually know him in person, sort of thing, yeah. And I have conversations with him on Facebook for hours and hours about politics, about the world, about this, and we disagree about so much, do you know what I mean? Yeah, but there's nothing we have arguments,
we start being sarcastic to each other, we start, you know, but that's my time and place to be like that, yeah? And when I come on the PlayStation, I'm not a different person. It's not a fake person. It's just I come on to have a laugh, play my games. Yeah,
that's completely fine.
And then when I'm doing something else, when I play my guitar, I'm more sort of like the word is concentrating. You know, I just don't. Perhaps you're different to me. You take your.
No. You come on here to have a laugh, but it's like it's.
I
nice
think you take your seriousness everywhere you go.
No, I was just saying it's nice to be like it's diverse with me. Like, I like to speak about a lot of different things, but that's all it is. I don't just center it around.
Well, perhaps that's a good thing then. Like, if you want to, like, I don't know, you feel sort of having a serious chat and all that, yeah. Then perhaps like Branko's the one. But if you want to,
I don't have a serious chat half the time. It's only certain times that I would have thought, if anything, Terry would have agreed with me on a lot of. Well, he said he did. On a lot of the videos that I did. And
I do agree with you a lot, but it's just when you start telling me all that, it's just a bit where you know, well, like I said.
But why do you think I was going on about that? Because I felt that there was something going on, with obviously Darren and Maz, which I wasn't saying that you needed to get involved in Terry, but it was just a way of saying you associate with them. I thought maybe you can get through him and say that Faris is like you said, a nice chap. I don't have an issue with him. That's all that was. Because you know that. Mm. That's all I was saying. But you can sit there at the same time and say
Terry has done that in the past, though, haven't you, Tel?
Yeah.
What? Terry has done that in the past if he doesn't agree with me about, like, say, Faris annoying me or whatever, and you might go, oh, I don't see what happened. But I think it's just, on this occasion, he happened to agree with me, that's all it was. It wasn't him sticking up for me. Yeah. It's just we had a common feeling about something. So he's not going to, shout me out, or like he said, like stick up for himself against me because he agreed with me. Next time he might not agree with me, and then it'd be like, well, actually, Darren, like...
No, it's not that.
I mean... First done anything wrong here.
It was during the time that we, like, obviously you had something against me, Darren, and then Terry was apparently still chatting with me in parties. And all I was telling Terry is, when you thought I was slagging you off, I was just saying it in a way of saying that you just need to analyse what you were saying, man. Because look at the stuff that you were saying, Darren. Like, you know, that I'm a mental, I need to see a therapist, psychiatrist, all this stuff.
The thing is, I'm mental. But I do genuinely believe you need help to a certain degree. That's not me being an arsehole.
No, but the thing is, Darren, I need help. But then again, what I was saying, there's people out there that really need help. Like, we're sitting there making drama about something silly, and then there's people out there that wish they needed help. So it's like, why would I need help when there's people out there that need that service more than someone like me? You know, like, why would I need that service?
It's not right and wrong, like, yeah, but like, say you think something and I think something, it's like, there's, you know, no one's right, no one's wrong, it's opinion.
No, but why would anyone say that to somebody? Why would a genuine friend say that you need help? That just shows that you're not a friend. It just shows that you're just messing around, and that's what I mean, Darren. You say you want to come on here to mess around, but then again, it feels that at the same time you don't want to acknowledge what a true friendship is, because there's a difference between messing around and acknowledging someone for being a good friend.
Equally, wouldn't a true friend not make you feel bad about yourself? Because you make me feel bad about myself.
No, a good friend is
I think a true friend wouldn't make you feel bad.
A true friend is when I was being honest, and then you guys took it offensive. That's what that was.
No, but there's being honest and there's being blunt. There's a difference.
Yeah, I know, but you guys were portraying that with a lot of the comments you were saying.
Like with Terry, sometimes I've said to Terry stuff, and I'm not going to, if he tells you, but I've said stuff to Terry before, like maybe give him advice, yeah, and in my head, I'm trying to really tactfully say it, yeah, and not be preachy and not be like, I think you should fucking do this, or I think there's a time to be honest, yeah, and try and help someone, but you've got to inject a bit of tact in there and a bit of diplomacy.
Why?
And I don't think sometimes you do that.
No, but why would you?
Because if a friend, you don't want to upset a friend, do you, surely?
No, but what I've noticed is you say you come on here to mess around, but then again, you have all the stuff
you've got that wrong. No, you've got that wrong. I didn't say mess about.
No, I was on about the comments that you were throwing at me. I was going on regards to that. I was saying you like to come on here to escape.
Yeah, but you've got to remember, yeah, right, and I'm not digging someone out here because I had a big part to play on that prank, yeah. But like, Terry set the FBI up, didn't you?
Yeah.
Terry set up the YouTube account.
I don't really mind.
I didn't do that, yeah.
That's all right.
No, but what I'm saying is, yeah. I didn't do any. I'm not thinking of Terry for this because I thought they were funny. I thought they were goodies videos, yeah. And I did go, yeah, brilliant and all that. So I went along with it, yeah. But I didn't do no music videos. I done no fucking exposing videos.
Doesn't matter.
On you. And I feel I'm getting in the neck more. But if you look at the comments, yeah, like if I go on my phone now, I could find 20 comments when you've been really nasty about me.
Well, that's because you were perpetuating that on me first, so I felt that I needed to reply that way because I thought that you were genuinely being the
again
that
now,
way. Yeah.
But again now, I feel we're getting somewhere, and I feel like, oh, fuck, I can't be asked to talk to you now because you're getting like funny. Like I felt like we're getting somewhere, and then you're sort of going, oh, but you said this and you said that, and I said to you about an hour or half hour ago, I said some stuff that perhaps I shouldn't have said. Yeah.
But that's why I replied the way I did. Because you said there's things you didn't want to say.
But I didn't just go, right, I'm going to wake up this morning and I'm going to put something nasty about Faris on there. I'd wake up and I'd find out you've done another fucking video about me.
No, I made a video about why you feel that you disagree and you've deleted me. That was what that was about. Like, that was what that whole video was about. It wasn't just about you, it was Terry and Maz included. It was a way of saying that you guys have all this objectification against me for being the way I am.
Yeah, but there was about 10 videos, though. There was about 10 videos.
Well, actually...
No, there was. There was about 10 videos when you'd be on because I've watched quite a lot of them, where you'd be talking to, I don't know, Mike in a chat.
That's just a gaming video, but a gaming video's got nothing to do with exposing. I mentioned you a couple of times, but I wasn't slagging you off. I was just trying to get why you were being the way you was. There's nothing wrong with mentioning you.
No, but do you not see that you put some comments on that weren't very nice either? Do you agree with that?
Okay, so a lot of the comments that... So what, when I said you were a twat and that, and things like that?
Yeah, but there's loads. I mean, I can look them up now. You sort of like saying, basically, I'm a loser, I don't do nothing in my life and all that. We didn't...
Did I say that in the comment section? I did not say any of that. I don't recall. No, I didn't.
Have a look.
No, I did say
Have a look then. See, the thing is, I feel we're going backwards now. I feel like we're getting somewhere. Do you agree with that, Till? And then, like, it's back to...
Yeah, it does seem a bit...
No, but that's up to you. Like I said, I'm not going to sit there and convince you of how you want to interpret it. But what I'm saying is, everything I do is out of good intent. And the way I get treated, don't expect to get that back. That's just what that is. I'm not going to sit there and fucking lie and say that. Yeah.
But why have you got your back up? Just because I said that I think you need help.
Well, it wasn't just that comment. It was hundreds of other comments. You were going on about my dancing. You were going on about my personal life.
I do generally think, that you need help. If I'm a
so that's not a very nice thing to say. I would say that's a friend. That's not a good thing to say.
Someone say, if you're really friend, if you don't know,
No, but that's not a generous thing to say. That just seems like you guys are messing around with me because you don't agree with me. That's just all that.
Yeah, but if I don't agree with you, you say I'm being fake, I'm being a troll, I'm being like not genuine. Like I was some of these messages I was saying, they were quite okay, and you're going like,
but there's nothing wrong with that. That wasn't harsh. That was honesty. There's nothing wrong with saying that was the way you were coming across, because I felt that was the case. When you guys are not giving me a reason to not chat to me, how the fuck am I gonna know? If you guys are not gonna chat to me,
I told you why.
Yeah, when we were going on about in the comment section, But I'm saying, like, when you guys are derailing it and going off topic and talking about other things, I feel like you're just playing me for a fool because you want me to respond, you want me to reply, and I've already made my point in my exposed video about when you lot felt obviously offended by so-called me because what? Because of what? The bird thing, and then saying to Terry about standing up for himself. Like, it all escalated.
Yeah, but I can't understand why you're getting your back up. We're talking all right and we're getting on all right, and then suddenly you've got your back up.
Yeah, we are getting on all right. No. What I'm trying to say, I'm trying to rectify I'm trying to debunk.
Yeah, but it's not helping.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to be nasty.
Again, it's not working.
Well, that's up to you.
You've got your back up. You're resisting.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. But that's why I'm saying that you lot don't feel that it's sincerely genuine. Like, you don't really see where I'm coming from at all. Because if you did, you would understand that.
Well, comments like this, I'm exposing your pathetic arse. Is that a good
comment?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that because you look at the comments that you were saying to me. Go back and read your comments. It's no wonder why I responded the way I did.
I'm doing it on a video where you're slacking me down.
I wasn't slacking you down.
You don't see that?
I wasn't slacking you down.
Okay.
That wasn't the intention.
So
I was trying to say that...
It might not be the intention. You'll be going, look at this, look at that, look at this, yeah? And it's
no, but there's a difference between trying to point out something and there's a difference between having a go at somebody. I wasn't having a go at you. I was just trying to point out that this is the way you treated me.
But even with the bird thing, you said, what did you say about the bird? The bird obviously isn't happy. It's a reflection. He's moaning because he's not happy. And all this.
It feels like you're just making it up. I'd like you to play that video so I know
you said it.
Right now.
You did say it. Do you remember? Oh, when was it?
Yeah, you said it in the comment, wasn't it? Or was it? I think it was in the comment.
I was saying something about the bird, that everything escalated from that, basically. Yeah. Like, all because of the bird, you found it convenient to just throw millions of messages at me on PSN. And it's no wonder why I got back the way I did. and I wasn't being an arse. I was just being the honest. Yeah.
No, but you said, yeah, everything you do, yeah, is positive, yeah? You've determined your shitty personality, yeah? You've turned into an absolute twat. Is that positive?
That's not positive.
Well, no, but the thing is...
How can you be positive by talking about you. Negative words? That's not being positive, is it?
That's... No.
I said that...
What I'm trying to say is, I know that I'm being positive, but I'm dealing with a negative situation. So that was what that was, basically.
It doesn't come across a lot like about an hour ago.
Obviously, no. But the thing is, you can't take every word I'm saying. Just because I'm a nice person, you can't really take that as a benefit. Just because I'm a nice person doesn't mean that I'm easily misleaded.
Does that mean Does that mean me and Terry aren't nice people then?
Well, I'd like to think that you are. I mean, we are chatting in the party, right? I'd like to think that you consider it, but if you're going to sit there and say that for some reason I'm not and whatever, I'm not going to
apologise. I said to you about an hour ago, yeah, that I said a lot of stuff that perhaps I shouldn't have done, yeah. You haven't said that. You only said it in replying to me. You've not seen, because there is some stuff in here you've put that's not nice. Right.
No, but that was going based on what I'm getting from you lot, because you lot have an issue with the explosive video.
This is what I'm saying to you about needing help. Yeah, you don't think you've had an issue to playing this, do you? Oh, you think it's all me and Terry, and that it's not you.
No, but why would I need help when you lot know that you're pranking? Like, why would I need help if you lot know that you're pranking?
We've done one prank.
But you guys can pull off the FBI one. You got to admit to me that you can pull off the FBI one. What makes me think that you're not making me out to be some sort of idiot? Like, you want me to fucking say sorry? I'll happily say sorry, but then what the hell did you guys say that? Oh, I can understand what you're saying, Faris. You didn't say that once to me.
Yeah, but I don't want you to say sorry. Yeah, if you don't think you're sorry, if you genuinely I don't want you to say sorry. Just
but I know that I'm not. But the thing is, the reason I didn't already is because I know that I did nothing. I didn't shoot somebody. I didn't majorly criticize you guys for nothing whatsoever. All I was basically saying was, let's go back to the bird thing and let's go back to Terry signing up for himself. How is that in any way being offensive? How is that in any way being offensive?
You've done a video on here, yeah, exposing Darren, an hour and 9 minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? And basically all it is you going through PlayStation messages saying what we said to each other, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have done that, couldn't I? Do you agree?
Do that. But the difference is, when I do it, I come from the heart and I don't lie about it. Why the fuck would I lie about the shit that I do? I'm an honest person.
So I lie then? So I'm a liar and I'm not a nice person then?
If you think you're an honest person, by all means, I'm going to sit there and take your word on it. But,
no, but I'm asking if you think that I am.
Well, I don't have an opinion. Because I'd like to think that you're a nice person, but I'm not going to sit there and criticize you because I've got nothing on you, mate. I've got nothing against you. But if I'm going to sit there and get comments like you said that you didn't mean to get, don't expect to get the same treatment back. It wasn't a way of saying that, that's all.
But then I can't work out, yeah. We've been talking for an hour or whatever. We've been talking longer probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if Terry agrees or not, but the last 20 minutes you've got your back up and I don't know why.
Basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to justify what my shit is about, but you don't seem to want to agree with it.
That's what I'm saying to you. I think the main thing is...
and then you're saying that I need help because I can't admit that I'm wrong.
I do think you do.
No, but why would I admit that I'm wrong when you lot were mad at me? What the fuck? How does that make sense?
I consider Terry a good friend, yeah, Tel, yeah? Right? Have you got problems? Yes. Yeah. Do you probably need help from? Probably yes. Have I got problems? Yes. Do I need help?
Yeah, but did I ever say to you guys that you need help?
Man.
When you said that you had anxiety, did I say that you need help? No, because I'm not like that. I don't sit there and judge people based on their circumstances. That's the difference.
You tried to tell me how to deal with it. I've had it for 35 years.
Yes, I gave you good positive outlooks. I didn't sit there and say you need help. There's a difference. There's a big difference. Look, Darren, I'm not going to sit there and say that. Look, Darren, I'm not going to sit there and say that you got to agree. But at the end of the day, mate, you got to differentiate. Like when Terry said that I was being negative to you in the comments, and he was saying that, how I've got a positive outlook, but I was being negative. Precisely. but don't expect to take my niceness as a form of weakness. If I'm gonna get fucked around with, then I'm not expected to reply the way I do. But simple as that.
Who's fucking you about? The thing is, we had a disagreement on PlayStation, yeah? Right? Yeah. I said some things, you said some things, right? I'm not gonna...
You said some things to me, mate. I was responding to you. I had nothing on you to begin with.
That's what I just said. Did I not just say that, Hotel, that I said some things, yeah?
Yeah, you did.
So why do an hour and 10-minute video? Who gives a fuck? We had an argument on PlayStation.
It would have been 10 minutes, but an hour because it was Maz and Terry included. That's why it was an hour.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. There's one on there just about me.
Yeah, and there's one on there about you, yeah. I was on about the one about you.
Yeah, hour and 9 minutes.
Yeah.
No, it's not about all of us. It's about me. It says exposing Darren.
Yeah, but I'm on about the other one that I made about you and Maz and Darren. But you're on about the one that I just made.
There's loads of them. There's loads of them knocking about. How many did I make about you?
No, but you can't because you got nothing on me.
What have you got on me? What have you got on me?
I've got the fact that you've removed me and you didn't even give me a justification why, and I felt that I was fucked around with the way you were messaging.
I gave you justification why, yeah. I thought you were rude. I thought you fucking preachy. Yeah.
Well, now you're telling me. You didn't tell me that before as I was making the reason I made the videos is
why didn't you ask me?
You didn't talk to me.
Why didn't you ask me then? Why didn't you message me on PlayStation and go, why did you delete me? I did say to you, look at that message I did say. I said about the bird. I said that I found that your mic's always going off. I don't say nothing to you.
Well, yeah, exactly, but you didn't talk to me, so I felt that I needed to make that video as a clarification to say that. Look.
So if I don't speak it, yeah, and I text it, it's not valid then.
No, but it's a way of saying like I felt that I was like these are friends of mine on PlayStation. You know what I mean? Like good friends. The reason I made a video is
we're not friends because you said you don't trust me and you don't know if I'm a nice person.
That was based on when you deleted me and you didn't get on with me. That's why I made the exposed video, because I was like, you lot had all this criticisms against me, basically. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but the thing is, I think I've come in here, with the best intentions. Yeah, I wasn't gonna. Terry said, "Come in with me." I said, "I can't be fucking arsed." Yeah, I thought, "No, I will." Yeah, and I've listened to what you've got to say, and I've said some stuff, Terry some stuff. But now I think we're going around in circles for some reason. For the last 20 minutes, you've got your back up, and we're going over it all again.
No. I
don't understand where it's come from.
We're not going.
You're not accepting that we all got all faults. That's what I think. That's what.
I think you need help. Yeah. I think you do need help.
No, but
I'm sorry if that's like.
Look, we're not going in circles. All I'm saying is that I genuinely feel that I'm being fooled because I know that I've not done nothing.
See, look.
You guys. No. But the thing is, you want to sit there and try and but you want to sit there and act as if I have. Why would I sit there and admit that I have? When I like if I sit there and say it in tongue, why would I sit there and say? Why would I like in any way say that I have done something if I know I haven't, if that makes sense. Like, if I know that I've done something, I'll admit it.
You've been preachy. You've been preachy to all of us, and you won't accept that.
Preachy?
Yeah.
Well, I'll accept that, if that's fine. Back. If that's what you think, then I'll accept that. But I can exclude everything else, because I know that at the end of the day, I've got, like, I did nothing to, like I said, I didn't say anything about you
personally, yeah, I've got loads of negative things. I've got loads of thoughts about myself. Have you got any thoughts about yourself, or is it all good? Is there anything you do negatively, do you think?
No.
Or is it all positive?
Everything is out of good intent.
It's all positive.
Well, you think everything's perfect, don't you? You think everything's...
Yeah, of course I will, Terry. Of course I will, because you know that. You've known me the longest. So you can't sit there and chat shit.
So having a wank on YouTube, is that a good intent, is it?
What were you saying?
Has that a good intent, having a wank on YouTube? Has a good intent, having a wank on YouTube? No,
but now you're just derailing the topic and you're going off other things.
I'm not. You just said
you said
everything you do has got good intent. Yeah?
No, but now you guys are just thinking it's hilarious that you want to go off topic and talk about that. Okay, you want me to talk about that?
Am I laughing though?
All right. No. I'm not saying you have to laugh to find it funny. All right. Let me tell you about that then. That was an education. I did make a video about that. I don't know if you've watched it. Called
What's educational about having a wank? What's educational? Everyone can do it. Everyone knows how to do it. What's educational about having a wank?
It's natural, and that's being demonetized behind institutional power. They're trying to make out that anybody.
So what does that even mean?
What does that mean? It means that people marginalize that as something odd. Like if you automatically sit there and, like, for instance, when I stood there and danced in my boxes, for instance, to just try and entertain people, people would laugh, but a lot of the majority would make me out to be some sort of pedo or some sort of weirdo, because people just don't do that in modern society. That's what my video.
Some people think it's weird.
Well, that's precisely what I'm saying. That one video was trying to break barriers.
If I see someone dancing in the high street in their boxes, that's not normal. I think that's weird.
Well, yeah, that's because that's what you think. Yeah, right. And that's what anyone thinks. Yeah, it's a natural.
That's what the majority of people think now.
Yeah, of course they will. But I come from a different level of.
Why is that wrong?
Why is it wrong? Because we're allowing. No. The thing is, Darren, we're allowing regulations. We're allowing regulations to debunk our narrative. We're allowing regulations to overlay how things should be and how things should be implemented compared to how things were millions of years ago.
No, I think you get something out of dancing around in your pants and you just disguise it with that.
Well, if that's what you think, then that's what you think. I'm not going to say
that's what I think. Yeah, but I'm entitled to think that.
You can.
I think it's weird.
Right. That's fine. You're entitled to your thoughts. But for me, it's more of a way of saying that we're all connected as a humanity, and that we should all be free, and that we shouldn't feel that we're controlled.
How does that mean that? How does that mean that?
It's just a way of it's a way of changing the narrative of how people usually do things. So like when you sit there and see a person walking up and down the street a million times, shopping and doing certain things, like that's fine, but it's just nice to kind of bring a different art to the table to say, like, look.
But there are places like that. There are places where people go, like, the places where people walk around naked and stuff. You should go to them places, mate.
I know there's places. Go ahead.
If I could say anything, I could say, I'm going to walk bollock naked down the high street and the police arrest me. Why'd you do that? I've done it.
No. There's limits. But what I'm saying is, mine. I've got a certain way I'm trying to portray that. I'm trying to say that as a society, we shouldn't feel that we are confined to feeling the way we do about legislations and regulations. And
but there's a time and a place for it. To me, it comes across as mental illness.
Well, that very well does, and it comes across to a lot of people, because a lot of people tell me the same thing in the streets. So you're not the first one to say that. A lot of people think.
I've seen loads of people. You see people in the street, and you can tell they're mentally ill,
But then again, what's that got to do with our relationship on PSN? Now we're just like talking about something completely different.
No, that's for another topic. Because you said about because you said everything you do is genuine,
It is.
And I said having a wank on YouTube is genuine,
Having a wank. No, look, when I uploaded that was more of a comedy sketch because I forgot to turn my camera off. So I wanted to upload that as a funny video of just something funny. I didn't mean it by anything.
But it was still real. It was still a real wank, though. That's the thing. It's still.
It didn't come across. It didn't come across funny. It come across. Everyone got offended.
Don't people do worse shit on YouTube? I've seen worse shit on YouTube. What have people said about that?
It gets taken off.
Yeah. Either way, people did it. I took mine off, didn't I? I didn't keep it on there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about to say. What about that video you put up with that photo with the woman and
the woman with two cocks in her mouth?
Yeah, what was that about, mate? Why did you put that on there? Like, what the fuck?
That was just a funny statement. That was just a funny statement there. Like I was making I made a song about that was when I talked to Mikey, and I made a song about me, Mikey, and his friend. He's got a friend called Nicole. He was telling me. I told him, yo. Because Mikey always thinks I'm gay, because he's like, oh, where's the chicks and that? I was like, he knows that. I told him I'm straight. Like, I was like, why don't you hook me up with some chicks in New York then, Mikey? And then he said he'll call Nicole over and that. Do you know the exposed video that I made of Mikey? You can see that the things that Nicole chick was saying to Mikey was because he put the picture that you made of me, Darren, the fiddler, as my picture to Nicole, and then Nicole thought that I was because of that picture thought that I was some guy, and I was like, Mikey said he'll bring it to the stream, and that's how I met her that way. But I just thought I'd make a song about me, Mikey, and Nicole, and I just wanted to make like a funny video to kind of resemble that with that thumbnail. I know it was kind of breaking the regulations, but it was just a comedy kind of thing. But it did get taken down, and I got
sexual, obviously.
It doesn't come across funny though, does it?
Well, I'd like to think that it did, because yeah, that's all that was. But
well, YouTube didn't think so, did they? Because they took it off.
Well, that's what I mean. YouTube are a multi-millionaire company. So is Twitch. So is Mixer. They're all there by design to give people they want power, and then give us fuck all. I mean, look, Terry's got videos and that, and he's always streaming.
If it's there for a reason, yeah. You having a wank on YouTube? There's kids that go on now,
right? And isn't the kids that watch 18-year-old games with strip club shit either way?
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
I think if parents had
kids, yeah, they're dumb.
Yeah, no. But the thing is, that's not justified. Parents should have more control over what their kids should be watching before they click it. But it's the parents' fault that the parents don't have control over their own kids.
So it's the parents' fault you're wanking on YouTube.
That's besides the point. Wanking on YouTube, tapping your arse, having a game with gore and blood, it doesn't make a difference. That's all content that's like 18 overrated content that's being streamlined anyway. But the only difference is I knew the barriers when I uploaded that video. I knew not to show myself on the video. That was the difference.
If you had 2 kids, yeah, say you had kids, yeah, would you want them seeing someone wanking on YouTube?
Kids?
Or hearing
them? Well, I would obviously have control over what my kids would be watching. I wouldn't just... No, but that's the thing you see, Darren. We're growing up in a generation where we think it's not normal to be...
That's the thing. You think
you
have control, but...
No, but you think it's... No, you lot think it's obscene. Okay, and I sat there and admitted that. That's why I deleted the video. But I only did it for a comedy.
Yeah, but do you think like kids want to see you dancing about in your underpants in the high street?
Right. And what else? No, but the thing is, everything else is justified, right? So, what? They can sit there and justify a million people, a million killings and injustices in the Middle East for little kids. Is that something for them to see? Like, you can't even compare my dancing to something that's that vulgar. Like, there's more vulgar shit going on than me dancing in my underwear. Like, that's what's silly.
It doesn't make it right, does it? If it doesn't make it right,
no. I mean, people are going to sit there and criticize me because they're gullible to follow the trend of how these systems have got people to think.
So you dancing in your underpants in the high street, yeah? If people think of anything other than why you're doing it, if they think, he's a bit weird, yeah, they're gullible, are they?
Well, they're just not they're just not in their senses. Yeah, they've not opened their senses.
So say you go down the high street. Say you go down the high street now, yeah, and you see someone dancing about in their boxer short. What is the first thing you think?
Me.
What's the first thing you're going to think? Yeah, if you saw someone else doing it.
Well done for spreading positivity, because that's what a lot of people think.
How do you know it's not a flasher, some weirdo?
Well, you don't. Anything. No, but anything can be possible. No, but that's why you get to know somebody before you jump to conclusions. There's a difference.
Yeah, but you can't get to know someone that quick, can you? If they're dancing about in the high street.
Well, that's how people know me around town, because they got to know me.
It's not a good look. It's not a good look for you.
Yeah, that's first impressions, Terry. But when you get to know somebody, it's different.
Yeah, first impression.
Yeah.
But you're saying about around high street, yeah? Haven't you been blocked by certain places?
I only got now the game thing. If you want to talk about the game thing, now I complimented 2 women, and they looked old enough. They looked 18, but apparently these fucking these lot that work at the counter in the game know me for like fucking years. Just they always know that I like to come in there and chat with them and chill, and they always know me for that open-minded, dancer, positive person. Well, anyway, I just complimented the 2 women. I said, "You look very wonderful today," and then for some reason they didn't want me around just because I said them comments.
Yeah, how old were they?
Well, they were teenager. I don't fucking know. But they're mature enough to fucking...
That's what I'm saying.
No. The thing is...
If I come to some... It's creepy. Do you not think it's creepy?
Why would anything be creepy in life? No, but that's the thing. Darren, that's the thing. People are going to sit there and make out that that is. People are going to sit there and put barriers.
It's a bad world. It's a dangerous world.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because we live in a vulgar world. And no, but who controls that narrative, do you think? Why do you think I sit there and make YouTube videos? Because I'm trying to expose these people. And if Terry fucking knows, above anybody, who the fuck I am by now, he should know by now that that's what I'm about, that I'm exposing these sacred institutions that are sitting there controlling our narrative. He should know that. Yeah, but he's sitting there acting...
It sounds like
derailing it.
Well, no, it just sounds like you're exposing yourself, like getting your fucking dick out on YouTube and in the high street.
Well, hey, at least I'm honest about the shit that I do.
Exposing yourself.
No, but but the thing is, you lot are putting a twist on it. You lot are putting words in my mouth. I'm sitting there being honest about what I do, and now you're saying that I go out there and show my dick in that. Now that's just jumping to conclusions. No. How is that in any way appropriate? Like, would I sit there and say that because you have anxiety that you shouldn't come on PSN? Like, you know what I mean? have some fucking decency. Like, you know what I mean? I'm having a chat with you. I'm being as open as I can, and you guys are just sitting there derailing it. Yeah, Terry, you sit there and fucking applaud that, mate. As you do, mate. Yeah, I've never known you to be that kind of person. Applaud the fact that you sat there fooling about, mate. You sat there and not you're acting as if you don't know where I'm coming from. If anything, you've known me for a long time.
Sense. Yeah.
No, but the thing is, Terry, I don't make no sense. But you.
But have you always done things like that? All the time you've known Terry, yeah. When's the first time you had a wank on YouTube? Oh, but this was the first time.
Yeah, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. Things have come
that's besides the fucking point. If you guys engaged that with an open mind, you would actually think that it was just a way of saying that.
Well, no, but
it was just a comedy.
Terry knows me, and I think he thinks I'm a good person. Trust me, yeah.
Well, that's cool.
But if I've
I'm not going to sit there and.
If I've gunned 20 people down in the high street, he's going to change his opinion of me, isn't he?
No, but listen, you're saying that. So who's more sick in the head for saying that? You are. I never said I did that. You're the one who said that. So if anything, you're the one going on about it, not me. I'm sitting there being...
No, I said gunning 20 people down in the high street. If I've got a gun and gun 20 people down in the high street...
Oh, gunning. Gunning. I thought you said as in...
Gunning.
I thought you meant as in...
No, gunning as in... No, you know gunning as in like...
Yeah.
In America.
I thought you meant as in...
So I've done one of those things, yeah.
Like gunning people down.
No, so... Yeah, so I've done that in high street, yeah. Terry would change his opinion of me, wouldn't he?
Yeah, but you're talking about something extreme.
He would think...
There's a difference. Yeah, look, you've got to differentiate between something...
Well,
look,
the thing is, you think wanking on YouTube is not extreme.
No, okay, fine. You know what, Terry? Fine, you know what, mate? You're going to sit there and act as if you don't know who I am, yeah? You're going to sit there and think that everything... What? No, because you don't. You clearly don't. Because you're talking about a wanking video that I did on YouTube.
Good.
I didn't even show myself.
I'm talking about a wanking video that you did.
And?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
What? You never did that before. For like 5-7 years. You've never done that, so that's a bit.
And I used to be shirtless on the stream.
In the character.
I used to be shirtless on the stream.
Yeah, but that's not. Okay then.
Okay. And you know, if anything, as an open-minded person, you're open-minded in other things, in regards to everything included. It's not just the top chakra. It's the top chakra to the bottom chakra. It's all included. It's not just one thing. It's all about the full package. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
You can't always be like, what did you say, open-minded, yeah? If someone's like, give you reason to think, well, he's a bit iffy, yeah, then you're going to think that. You know what I mean?
No, but that's why I knew that,
he's
Darren,
iffy, he's right.
That's why I knew there was limits when I made the video. I didn't sit there and turn the video on. I didn't sit there and... It was just noises. And Mikey found it hilarious. Like, even Terry laughed at it a little bit.
Yeah, but Mikey also said to you, he told you not to do it.
Well, yeah, just as a heads up on
that
you wouldn't... Yeah, but that's... No, but the thing is, I deleted it anyway because I knew that it's not very... Like you said, it's not the best... When you put yourself out like that, you're just going to get a wrong impression of people. And that's what it is.
Yeah, you do agree with us then. It was a shitty thing to do. Yeah.
It's not a shitty thing to do. It's not a very open thing to do in this.
It wasn't very well thought out.
Well, that's what I mean. That's the better way to say it. But the thing is, I'm the sort of person to break barriers, so I don't give a fuck what people think. But I need to sit there and respect regulations at the end of the day. So I've got to know my limits. You know.
Yeah, but shouldn't you? I'm not saying all the time, but shouldn't you respect what people think, like your friends and that?
No, because what are people doing for me? Look at it this way. What's you and Terry doing for me, other than the fact that we're just having a chat? Nothing. You're just gonna sit there and...
What are you doing for me? What are you doing for me?
Well, same for you. Same here. You can say the same thing as well.
Exactly.
You can say the same shit.
Just because you think you're being educational, doesn't mean that it's coming across like that.
Yeah, but no, but you can't compare me being educational to having a chat with you guys. Like that's completely different.
No, but you think everything you do is educational.
Well, it is. It is, honestly. I'm not here to make multi-millionaire interest views. That's not what my content's about. My content's
so
about
dancing about in the high street in your underpants. Yeah, is that informative?
That's entertainment and that's comedy, but that's also a way of saying that we need to influx more positivity in the world. People would rather go around.
You've also got a chance of you getting arrested as well.
Well, no, because all the coppers know me and they think that I'm cool, so they haven't got an issue with me.
Mm.
So, if somehow you lot do, then that's on you.
And I was thinking it's a bit. I just think if I went into a high street, yeah, it's out of the norm, yeah. And if you turn around and someone's dancing in their pants, yeah, I don't want them near me. Yeah,
well, that's what I mean. So you guys must have criticism in regards to who I am as a person. So it shows that maybe we don't, like you said, Darren, when you were telling me in the message, maybe we're not compatible. Maybe we don't.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like I said, for the first hour or whatever, we're talking all right, and then you got your back up and started saying about what I said, and then you got the Uncle Terry about what he said.
No. I'm trying to just inform you about why I made my exposing video.
And I'm saying, but it's not one-way traffic, is it? You said a lot of stuff as well.
I said, yeah, I was responding in regards to what you were telling me. Yeah, if it was fine, I'll sit there and apologize if it was in any offense. Okay, but you guys didn't sit there and you didn't know where I was coming from, so I felt confused. You know what I mean? I felt confused in regards to maybe you lot were, which I still do. I just think that I feel that I'm being pushed away.
The thing is, how like you said about pranking, how are we pranking you on being insincere, yeah? We're talking, neither of us are laughing, we're not taking the piss.
No, I'm not saying it about taking the piss. No, but then you have to go off other topics and then include my dancing, and what's that got to do with why we fell out?
No, because you said everything you did was genuine, yeah?
Yeah.
And I said, like having a wank and all that. That's how
but you got to differentiate between the videos that I do that are and the videos that are just comedy. Like I've got so many playlists. Like I've got life and art education.
But I can't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference.
Well, the difference is on my life and art education, it's all deep, sincere talks. But with my funny education, it's more about dancing. It's more about, let's say, fine, bring up the wanking one. It's more about funny stuff, like funny intentions.
But wouldn't it be handy then to explain to your viewers or put a comment on there, pin a comment on there, yeah, as to why you're doing it? Because you're
I did a video about it. Haven't you watched it? It's called Terry was in my party at the time. I don't know if you've seen it.
What was it called?
I'll get it up now. Let you know. Thanks for wanting to chat with me, guys. I thought you legitimately betrayed me. You know.
Well, I need to go. I need to put something on in the oven. I'll be right back anyway.
Oh mate.
I'm just trying to find it, Darren. Give me a second.
See, the thing is, I don't want you to feel it's like some character assassination bullying because there's two of us in a chat against like you. I don't want you to feel like, or that I'm sort of like saying everything you do is wrong. I'm not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, I think the video should be there. Being able to share art and being more natural. It's 41 minutes, and it's.
I think I've seen it.
You're not going to agree. I don't think.
No, but that's the good thing about life. You don't have to, do you? You don't have to agree with anything I'm saying. You know what I mean? You don't have to agree about everything.
You're trying to aware me about just knowing my limits, but I think I was disagreeing in the regards to me. I'm just trying to find out what I've done wrong. That's all. But you said that I was what?
It's like when you sort of said I said about you needing help. Yeah, I didn't come across in an argument. I didn't say it in the best way. Yeah, perhaps more. I mean, yeah, like anyone. Yeah, I think it helps to. I'm not even anyone that's not a professional, but I think it does help you sometimes to get someone else's view on what you're doing. Me as well. Terry,
no, but if I knew that I was crossing the line, then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. I know that I'm not harming anybody. I know that I'm not. So why would I? I mean, I think that people.
Oh yeah, no.
Really,
the thing is, and then if you want to do 20
Yeah.
wanking videos, it's nothing to do with me. It really's got nothing to do with me.
It was just one video,
like,
Darren. I wasn't. It's not something I do every day. It was just one out of a million.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not like. I only brought it up again was because you said about genuine, being genuine and all that. And I said, well, like you said, you're genuine all the time. I said, well, even doing that, it wasn't like, oh, I'm bringing that up again. Do you know what I mean?
I'm saying genuine about everything I do, yeah, because it's all. I mean, forget about the wanking, forget about the funny stuff. I'm talking about when I go on about like anti-corruption, whatever you said, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was mainly saying about that. I wasn't really.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with some. Oh yeah, but I don't think there's something sometimes in getting someone else's view, or you didn't ask for it, but like, you know what I mean?
No, there's nothing wrong with people's advice, but I think it makes sense if it's, if it's humanitarian, and it benefits humanity, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm trying to do. I don't know if it comes across like that. But...